Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. It's get to work day. So my mom's birthday was yesterday, and we had a great time. Treated her out to dinner and nice day at the casino. And she was up, and my brother was up, and I broke even. So, anyways, before that happened, early that morning, I came over and rocker guarded the tiny house and didn't film it because I didn't have time to. But as you can see, I hit the spots, the problem areas, and yeah, ran out of rocker guard at the tail end, about 3/4 of the way down. So then I switched to what I had available, which was this, because they haven't restocked yet. This is Rust-Oleum Leak Seal, flexible rubber sealant, watertight, flexible seal that prevents moisture penetration, rust, and corrosion. Great for metal, aluminum, which is my roof, galvanized metal, which I would assume the rivet areas are or were made of. And there we go, fiberglass as well, vinyl siding as well. So that's what I used. So today is spray foam day. So guys, I ended up back here, stopping back here. So I have all this giant area to spray foam today. Probably gonna eat through another can of this stuff. So what I have to do right now is move all this stuff off the wall and down that away in the tiny house, and then I can go crazy with the spray foam. And once the spray foaming is done today, guys, I will be able to start putting stuff back to normal. Now, let's take a look at what the bleach looks like. Let me grab a light so you guys can actually see. So I bleached everything the day before I rocker guarded for 24 hours, and everything seems to be hunky-dory now. So bleach has taken care of any nonsense that went on, which is fantastic. And I did spray up above as well because there was trapped moisture up in these pockets up here. So I did spray the bleach up there. That's why the foam has turned brown or yellowish, because of the chemical reaction, whatever that would be. So that's what we're dealing with. Now this foam here looks a little bit pink or red. I think I'm going to cut this section out right now because that could be red mold. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to cut this off from up and above, and then I will start moving all these walls of wall panels and insulations that way, and I'll start spray foaming. So it'll be a fairly easy day, just foaming today. And hopefully I have time to clean up the bedroom area because I will be staying over here Friday as usual. So I definitely need to clean this area up so I can drop my bed on the floor, have my entertainment going, and so on and so forth. So solar's still kicking butt, and can't really complain. We're slowly getting there, guys. We're on the tail end. Now, the only major place left will be that I left for last is the bathroom. And the reason I did that is basically I have to do an exploratory mission where I have to cut open the subfloor underneath where my IBC totes were and see how much mold or wet rot or whatever damage is back there. Though I've treated the areas that I did expose with bleach about 8 times, and I'm assuming they're safe now, but you just never know. This is the nasty that I hit with the bleach about 8 times, though it still looks kind of like if you ask me. Turned it white, but yeah, I still have to. What I think I'll do is I'll just end up cutting a square. I think I mentioned this already before. I'll end up cutting a square section of the floor out and take a look. And if I have to rebuild a subfloor or something, let me know, guys. Now I'm assuming I'm going to need to buy, if I do make a new subfloor, I'm assuming for future issues I should polyurethane all the lumber I use in that subfloor. And what is polyurethane? Well, it gives a sealing coating to lumber so water doesn't penetrate it, hence mold can't grow on it, on and on and on and on. So if you guys can comment on that and see if that's kind of what the direction I should be doing for back there, let me know. And unfortunately, well, Friday I plan to, once I get the bedroom sorted, I'm going to get the air purifier finally running for the first time in the tiny house while I stay overnight. That'll be sweet. I look forward to that running to clean up the air quality in here, even though I've been constantly leaving windows open. But it's just a paranoia thing where I don't know any residual mold dust. Well, there's going to be plenty of dust because of the cutting and whatever, but it's just a safety factor long term. So anyways, I think it was a well worth investment because I never have to replace the filters, never have to buy filters, permanent washable, and go from there. Powered off the grid completely, unlike some people. Troy. So anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna handle this foam right now and then I'll start moving stuff around and get to it. Rob from the Off Grid Tiny House. Got all the foaming done and I still have leftover in that same can. So I didn't have to crack into this one, which is a bonus. So I'm just letting it cure while I work here at the tiny house. Harden up, cure, and then if I find any spots that have kind of been missed, I will use the rest of the can on those. But it looks pretty good. I got rid of that reddish foam there. That was probably because of the pink foam board insulation, but I didn't want to take any chances. I cut that out anyways. So, I'll have to clean this edge up as well. The reason I had to do this was my solar board here is attached to this 2x4 and I couldn't get in behind to remove this piece of plywood, or well, it's basically 1/4 inch plywood. So I'm gonna have to trim this off a lot smoother with the Sawzall next, and then I'll go from there. And then what I want to do is I'm gonna try to start working my way from the bathroom back this direction, giving me plenty of time for the foam to cure. So I'm gonna start working from that window I left off back there, insulating. I'm going to try to insulate all the way down, put more 2x4 headers back in, and just continue like that. Now, I had some pieces drop of the foam. If you guys know this or have used spray foam, it's best to leave it as is, let it cure and dry, then just break it off or cut it off. if you try smearing it when it's soft, you're gonna have a nightmare on your hands. So just a little pro tip there. So we're getting there, guys, slowly but surely. So I got to get back here to figure out the wall insulation, figure out what happened here. I'm missing a piece that busted off, and that'll be just fun and dandy. So I'll probably move past the window and just continue to insulate to get rid of more of these Tetris foam pieces so I can get some more space in the tiny house, so I can get somewhat back together here as I put the tiny house all back together after sealing it, after finding all that wet rot and damage and mold. It's just no fun anymore. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna leave this subfloor till very last, which means I will not be catching any water anytime soon. Though it hasn't been raining very often. We're kind of back in drought conditions almost, which is kind of shameful, but whatever. But anyways, I definitely got to get this part figured out, and I can actually take my time on this. I don't have to rush and get this done for the winter, because normally in the winter time, if I'm not in here full time, I do not keep water in the tanks, and I just keep it on bypass. So it is what it is, right? It's just the way that the cookie crumbles here. So other than that, yeah, I am just doing what I usually do. Cool stuff. So I'll get back to it.